What's up, y'all, and welcome back to the Reality Kingdom, where we put the real in reality or whatever. I'm your host, Pharaoh. We're joined with Lee. Girl, we've been gone, but we back now. I don't know.
Are we?
Well, we're present. We are present in the world, and that's enough.
Barely.
Barely present. See, child, it's been rough, but we here, y'all. It's been a lot going on. It's just been a lot going on. Life sometimes.
Yeah.
And then we show up and y'all be like, wait, where are y'all at? And this whole time we're doing live.
We're literally dying.
Literally.
Because I don't know if you'll notice. You probably do because it's very noticeable. But half of my face is paralyzed, child. Because I recently was diagnosed with Bell's palsy. So I'm not having a stroke, girls. But my face is paralyzed, girl. It's giving nerve damage. So literally the whole left side of my face is droopy, and it does affect my speech sometimes. So if you see me holding it, or if I'm like just sitting up like this, that's so I can get the words out clearer, because it's giving, as you can see, it's bad for Elmo. But girl, we're here. I mean, we're still gonna recap. So
we here. We still gonna recap temporarily that way. Period.
Temporarily.
Because some of the girls don't know what it is. Some of the girls think, oh my God. I remember when Justin Bieber, did Justin Bieber get it? I remember Justin Bieber got it.
He had a similar diagnosis, but it wasn't Bell's palsy. It was something else. A
A
lot of things can cause this to happen. Apparently, stroke. What Justin had this. But I mean, yeah, the minimum is 3 weeks. I mean, it could be months. It could be years. I mean, who knows? That's not going to be me, though. It's giving me.
In 3 weeks, we'll be there.
So, girl, we're here.
We're here. We watched this episode of Survivor. You know what's crazy? I was watching the episode, and I watched the first half, and then I took a break. And when I watched the first half, I was like, "Oh my God, I love this episode. This episode is really good. It seems like Emily's."
I was so confused watching. I was like, "Why did he push me that long?"
But you knew, like, kind of the.
I knew who went home because the girls,
you knew the girls
who didn't see it. Bruce's elimination all the way got spoiled before we even got here. So some of us already knew. But I'm watching the episode. I'm just like, this isn't fun.
Wasn't given. It's like in my imagination, literally in my imagination, I was like, oh my God, Emily's doing a lot. Julie's doing a lot. It might give like a different type of power shift. And you know what? I will say, the next time D is talking directly to Julie,
girl, like,
please don't do this. You can't do this, please. So even if Julie doesn't do it, it's still cute that D has to beg her a little bit.
Girl, I mean, next round it's 4v3. I don't see them breaking up at times.
Unless Julie flips.
Like, I'm not even upset that it's giving steamroll, but I'm just like, this was. I mean, it sucks that they did not. Because this was the move. I think this was the time to definitely come together and make a strategic move, maybe using the idol or something to take out one of the Reba 4. Like, we have to hope that Reba 4, concaves on itself next episode, when one of them could have just went this episode. Like, because if they decide to stick together next episode, it's over. Like, one of the Reba 4 will be winning the game. Or Emily.
And that's just that on that.
So I do see a path for Emily still, because she has a connection with Drew and Austin. But even then, like, as these episodes keep going, you see how much Drew and Austin really, really just appreciate Julie and Dee. So,
yep, that's true. So we'll see what happens. I guess again and again and again, we'll just have to wait and see if something happens. Because I felt like this last episode, I was like, ooh, couldn't y'all have taken one of them out? And now here. Couldn't y'all take one of them out? And then they didn't. But hey, we start off, we go back to camp. Jake is glad because he's still in the game. Congratulations. Julie is sad because she hasn't been doing what she's wanted. I guess she had a really close relationship with Kendra that we never saw. And she was sad that she had to vote out Kendra and she had to vote out Callie, and I never do what I want. And oh my God. So she was sad about that. And my kind of issue with it is like, Julie, I mean, just do what you want. Hello? You're literally there. You have your own vote. You can do whatever you want. Do what you want. If you didn't want to vote Kendra, you didn't have to vote Kendra.
I mean, this is something that we've been speaking about with, I feel like, Julie for a while. Like, she keep having her own opinion, her own thought process, and not going with it. And I guess we're seeing the culmination of that. However, I'm interested to see, like, how is the jury going to feel about this? Because, like, I know this episode, Katura mentioned, like, oh, I love Julie. I love Julie. Like, Julie's this mom figure that we all love. And it's like, is she going to be praised for that or dragged? Kind of like a Kim Spradlin or a Sarah. These very dominant women players who kind of get that backlash of, oh, you're supposed to be a woman caring and nurturing and you're evil. And it's like, girl, we're playing a game. A man can play the same game and you people wouldn't care. The thing about Julie is that I don't think she's in the Sarah Kim position. She could have been if she decided to do things that she actually wanted to do. So it'll be really interesting, though, because I do think she's a very under-the-radar player, and that kind of gets the win in the new Survivor era. However, personally, from the game I've seen, I don't see how she would win it, because it seems like it's a lot of, I want to do this, the group wanted this, and then this happened. Like, her even being sad about Kendra and Kelly, it's like, you didn't want those things to happen, but it happened, and now you're sad because they dislike you. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, you didn't have to do that. We see Drew kind of comfort her. Drew eats a little bit because
this is what I was like. This nigga social game is great because I don't even think he was really crying for her. I'm sorry. This game scripted. Like,
it did.
And she basically tells him, like, I just feel so sad. Like, people hate me because it's like when she's saying things like that, it gives the impression she wants to flip because, well, she could want to flip or make a move because everything she's been doing so far has been for the Reba 4. So then he kind of starts saying how much he loves Reba and how he doesn't want us to break up. He starts crying. And I'm like, are you crying because she's crying? Like, I respect it. I love it. But I definitely think that was a little bit of game. Like, I think he also cares about her, but it gave mainly game.
He ate that up. She was wavering, and he was like, but we're just so good together, aren't we? And she ate it up. Girl, do something. After this, Bruce, Emily, and Katurah, they talk. They're basically like, yeah, Reba 4 is running it, and we're gonna have to do something about that. And then they proceed to not do anything about it. Love that for them. But they complain about it. They say they're running it, and Emily has a diary room, and she was like, it's hard to work with these people, Bruce, Jake, and Katurah, because they don't know how to work together.
I mean, which we've been seeing.
And Bruce refuses to use his idol strategically, which means he only will use it for himself. You know how Parvati, he didn't even do that. God damn. But you know how Parvati at that moment, she didn't have immunity, but she gave the idol to Jerry and then won the Sandra.
That's what you have to do. There are certain times where you have to use the idol in a way that's strategic. Like Kelly Wentworth in The Coven with Cass and Abby Maria. There are times where you have to use it in a specific way that doesn't necessarily benefit you personally. Like, because Survivor is a numbers game. So you have to make moves to retain your numbers.
So Bruce clearly didn't want to do that, and he didn't even want to use it on himself. And Emily peeped it. She said it here. So I think this is part of the reason Emily chose to go the route she did, because one, they can't work together, which is proven, and they can't. And two, Bruce is stupid as fuck. It's very, very hard to work with dumb people in these games because you need everybody to kind of be in lockstep or to have some type of understanding that they have to do these things. And Bruce does not understand that he has to do some things. Like, you had to play the idol and you didn't. Period. So that was the issue. There was no way for him
to I'm also trying to read between the lines here because we're getting to the end. I saw Katurah mention at this part, do we know if D is just telling them who to vote? Like, D is, I feel like, the front runner. Like, it definitely gives, people are thinking D is making all the decisions for Reba.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's true.
She's making some because last round she said, I voted Kendra.
And she's vocal about him. She's vocal about him as well.
She is very vocal about it. The Kendra vote was purely D. Kendra wasn't coming for nobody but D. So D taking out Kendra that round and no one else really cared. When Jake could have went home, it was just like, that was D, and we know that was D. So yeah, there's that. She's not the most strategic though. Boom, reward challenge. They go to the reward challenge. They got to crawl under the net, do a maze puzzle. It came down to Emily and Austin. Emily wins. Eat that up. I wasn't Emily like someone who.
Wait.
What?
You skipped the whole Bruce
plan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Bruce has a plan. I was like, did we say that or did we not say that? Mm-hmm. Bruce has a plan that he's telling Katurah, and he doesn't even introduce it as a plan. He just tells Katurah, he says, hey, Katurah, I gave my idol to Kelly. And this is so stupid. Oh my God. Anyway.
What was hilarious is that he told her to lie. And in the same breath, he's like, you think they'll believe that? Like, you and Katurah are not friends. I don't know why he thought this could be a cute heart-to-heart moment like Bruce, baby.
So the plan is he's going to lie 5 weeks later and say that Kelly went home. It's not 5 weeks, but 3 rounds later and say that Kelly went home with his idol because he thought he thought there was a safety without power.
Like, Kelly been out. I didn't even peep that. Kelly really been out.
Whatever advantage it is where you got to give your idols away.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. He claims that he thought there was one, so he gave it to Kelly and blah, 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 blah. I don't see how anybody would believe it, but someone does later on. So I guess I'll give it to him. So that's the lie. He tells Katurah. Katurah's like, okay, girl. Anyways.
Katurah didn't give a damn.
Then we go to
yeah. Well, he also tells Jake, and that's when Jake believed it.
Yeah.
Girl, what are your notes looking like? What the hell?
He didn't tell Jake until after the reward challenge.
No, he told Jake right after talking to Katurah.
Oh, Lord. Well, there's that.
He told Jake because he doesn't think Jake can keep his mouth shut, and he believes it's going to go spread to Reva.
Oh, and he thinks Jake's going to spread it everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Child. There's that. Boom.
And then Emily wins reward.
Period. Thank you. Whew.
There's a lot going on.
She it came down to her and Austin. I didn't think Emily would win, but she ate that up. Shout out to her. And she has to take 3 people. She takes Julie, Katurah, and Dee. So all the girls are going to
girls' night, ladies' night,
and then the boys are gonna have a bro. What is it? Oh, they're gonna bro out. They're broing out.
Sure.
Love that for them. Boom. At the sanctuary, the girls get there or whatever. And Emily's talking about how she didn't expect to win, and she underestimated herself. And they were like, Katurah said, I think you underestimate yourself. I think you're really a force and that you underestimate yourself. And then everybody else agreed, and they're like, oh my God, yes, Emily, you're that girl. And then they all got
it was a lot of filler this episode.
Yeah, because this was nothing.
I hate to sound heartless, but I never really care for the sentimental moments sometimes. I really don't. I really don't. I'm not big on it.
That's kind of why I like this episode. Because this sanctuary section, to be honest.
I like when they get the letters and stuff like that. But yeah, no. I just don't like too much. I feel like we saw a lot of bonding moments and sad things. I was like, okay, 90 minutes, I see. We have to find things.
We have to find something. So boom. They talk about how Bruce needs to go. They need to split the votes between Jake and Bruce. So Bruce plays his idol. Jake goes home. If Bruce don't play his idol, Bruce goes home. Same basic shit. Back at camp, they're broing out. Nobody cares. Eventually, Bruce and Jake talk. They discuss that they need to take out Dee. Jake has a diary room that taking out Dee is not going to happen. So he's not even going to try to do it. So he goes to Basile and he tells Basile that Bruce wants to take out Dee, because that's not going to happen. And Jake also tells Basile the little lie that Bruce said. But Jake believes the lie. So Jake actually believes that Bruce gave that idol to Kelly, or at least he's claiming he does. And he's telling that to Basile. So Basile now thinks that it's true too. So now they think that Bruce doesn't even have an idol for now, because everybody else at the sanctuary knows, because Katurah tells everybody at the sanctuary that it was a lie.
Katurah don't give a damn.
Don't give a damn,
man.
So the girls know it's a lie, and they're going to tell that information when they get back. We go back to the sanctuary. This is when they get their letters. And it's kind of a cute sentimental moment. They're all having their little sentimental moments, but we kind of pause on Emily. Emily gets a backstory about how she was one of those girls who wasn't going to be in love, and she didn't think she could ever be a wife. And I can relate to that. I feel like I hear people around me saying that all the time. So I feel for her. I hear people, I have friends who say, I could never get married, and I'm just gonna be, a single Pringle, and I'm gonna be that girl. And girl, you're gonna get married. That's how I feel. And that's what Emily's doing. Katurah talks about how she cut contact with her mama, and her mama sent her a letter anyways, basically I still love you regardless.
Now, how does she let this get? I mean, if she cut contact, how do you
let this contact? No, for real. But no, I love that for her. she felt real passionate about it. Like she started crying and she was like, "Wow, it still hit her." And I think like that's cute that it still hit her. But I don't know why she cut that contact. So I'm gonna keep it that cute because it could be any cutting contact is big. So boom, back at camp, the girls get back. Emily and Drew talk, and Drew tells Emily the Bruce Kelly lie, and Emily is like, "Oh baby, that was a lie. Katurah told us it was a lie." So now everybody knows that it was a lie. They agreed that they need to do the plan between Bruce and Jake splitting the votes. This is a very straightforward episode. Emily talks to Jake, and basically she says, I want Jake's jury vote. So everyone sit here and lies to Jake. They don't tell Jake no information. I want to be the one person who actually tells him information.
And this is when edit was really good this episode. Like specific things like that. Yes. What we see what she do with Bruce later on. Like she had a lot of key moments like this that gave front runner. It's just I'm curious because she's been getting dragged on social media a lot. Not like personal attacks, but people don't think that Katurah and Emily did the right move in focusing on wanting Bruce out. Which, looking at the numbers, I don't think it's a great move either. I don't think Reba 4 is necessarily breaking up. Even though they're showing it in the preview, I mean, most times when things get shown in the preview, how real is it actually going to be? That's true. I just feel like it's a very low chance that Reba is going to break up in this next round, especially with the interconnection relationships. Julie is not flipping. She can threaten it all day long. She's not flipping. You had days to flip. Dee, I do believe she is fully attached to Julie, fully attached to Austin. And why shouldn't she be? She beats both of them. And she honestly, Dee beats all four of them. Yeah. Like all three of them. And then you got Basile, who I feel like he specifically now needs to start setting himself up. And we did see the preview, I want to start making moves. That could be about anything. He needs to start setting himself for the win because why I feel like outside looking in, he deserves it. I don't know if his perception gives that, especially with the way he approaches people. We saw it pre-jury how he pre-merge with how he just declined Brando's alliance, and then how he approached Jake this episode, which we're gonna get into. It's like I don't know, like I don't know if Basile socially, well, not even socially, because I do think he's great socially because he got this far unscathed. But I just don't know how much they respect.
It's still like social. It's like perception, social perception. Like he's not perceiving himself as a front runner. He seems like on that island, he probably seems like, oh, their friend, Reba.
Because I'm shocked that they're like, oh, Julie, I'd vote Julie. Oh, yeah. I'd vote Dee. No one is mentioning Basile, so it's giving like, can Basile just win this game? I would think he could, but.
I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna give it to him. That's the issue. Oh, also at the sanctuary, they talked about, or they didn't talk about voting for a girl, but Emily was like, a girl is gonna win, and they was like, I don't think it's too much.
Is there more women on jury? Oh, it could be. Especially if 2 men.
There's more women on jury. Kendra, Kelly. It's only a 9-person jury, and 2 of them are already there, and there's 4 in the game, so it is likely to be a lot of women in the jury to vote.
Well, probably gonna be Dee, Emily, and Katurah anyway.
Period.
Katurah.
It's gonna be Julie, Katurah.
Excuse me, Katurah, Dee, and Emily.
Whoever.
And Katurah is gonna win unanimously.
Who votes?
Bella.
They don't like her.
Bella and Caleb. Bella and Caleb. Period.
Caleb. She voted Caleb out. She didn't want his vote.
I'm just saying shit.
Emily talks to Jake, and she's trying to do this let me get the jury votes thing. And she tells Jake that Drew Basile threw his name under the bus as the secondary target. Bruce don't go home. And Jake was like, well, can we just vote out Drew? And Emily basically was like, well, for my game, we can't.
Well, no.
Well, no. That was literally funny, though. She basically was like, well, actually, and honestly, I like that from her because her point is, I'm not going to lie to Jake's face for no reason. He's eventually going to jury. I'm going to need a vote. And by telling him information and not lying to him about my vote, that's just ABC shit, especially because we see later on Jake is crying about people lying to him. He probably will remember, okay, Emily, you in the final 3. You're my girl. So, hey.
After this, he chose to pitch to Julie.
I don't know why. I do know why Julie, because later on, everybody says everyone loves Julie. Julie has a relationship with every single person, and everyone thinks they can trust her and that she's their mama. So, it doesn't make sense that Jake believes Julie would do anything, but He does.
That's the thing. Like, Julie, you can't be like this with everybody and then go against all of them just a week before. Like, at some point.
And she said it herself that she can't. I don't know why she thinks she can. But hey, we here, girl. Yeah. So he pitches to Julie that Drew should go. Julie tells Drew, and then Drew presses Jake in that order.
So and that's what's so crazy. It's like it shocks me that like no one is seeing Drew in that position. Like maybe he's done a really good job of like lowering his threat level because like I feel like this always happens. Everything gets ran back to Drew. Like even if something does not involve Drew at all, he gets involved because someone is telling him. Yeah. And it's likely someone in the before.
You know what it is?
We never see Austin, which is so hilarious.
Well, no, I was going to say, I think all of the Reba get the information in the end of the day. It's just because he's getting it from another Reba anyways. I just think he's the only person who does anything with any information. Dee just votes out the person she doesn't like. Austin just sits there, and Julie votes out her friends. So I think Drew is the only one who we see getting information and then doing something with it. There's no reason to show us Austin knowing all of this information because he's not going to do shit. Mm-hmm. He's going to sit there.
And then Basile had to jump out real quick because he got that check.
Stop it.
I just kept this man safe for 2 rounds in a row. I just got Kendra, I just got Kelly for him. And now he want to come after me?
My thing is, you only took out Kendra Kelly because your girlfriend Dee said so. So
that's
not your girlfriend. Your bestie Dee. My thing is, I feel like even when they wanted to save Jake, it didn't make sense. Jake was super savvy. Like
I don't know why Jake is still here.
When he had power, or when he had some type of energy in him, he had some savviness to him.
Like taking out Kendra over Jake is crazy.
It's crazy, and that's why it's like him saying this means a little bit nothing to me because it's like Jake didn't beg you to save him. You chose to save him. Thanks.
And that's exactly what Jake said.
And that's literally what Jake said. Jake was like, you didn't do nothing for me.
Period. I will say I do love Basile because Basile gonna put it on the floor, but he don't want to hear his rest of villain season for real. Because he could have to Jake and was like, why me?
He gonna be a hero or a villain?
I think he's a villain.
Basile?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a villain.
Drew's the hero. Basile's the villain. Because Basile walked up to him, why me? Like what? Like what? Okay.
And Jake was like, "What do you mean? Why you? Why is it okay that it's gonna be me, but it's not okay that it's gonna be you?
You don't have any allies. What?
Why did he go?
What?
That was actually crazy.
He basically said it doesn't matter what happens to you because
so if Drew said that to you on the island, what you doing?
I remember like, well, what? I mean, I don't know. Okay, you Basile. I'm Jake.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna press. Oh, I gotta press.
You know I can play stupid. So
okay. Why are you throwing my name out?
What?
Why are you throwing my name out? Julie told me you threw my name out.
Because Emily told me that you said my name. Because why the fuck Emily wasn't involved? Like I was literally
about Emily right into
it. It's like shout out to Emily for not getting caught up in it. But baby, Emily, you would have got caught up fucking with me.
Got caught right the fuck.
Because you need to check your person. You need to check your person. Why is Emily telling me this?
That's Tia. Why wasn't Emily caught up in this?
You girl, I would have.
Emily caused the whole beef.
I'm messed. Like if I'm in a situation, like that's why I can't play Survivor because when I hit like Bruce talked about in this episode, the Survivor wall. Once I hit that shit, anything goes. I'm not, especially if you don't press me like that. Check your alliance members. Why is Emily telling me you coming after me then?
Period. Clock that. Boom.
And then what?
After this, we go to the immunity challenge. Girl, so you gotta lie down on a ramp and you gotta hold pegs on the side. Visually, I'm like, oh, this don't look that bad. But when you see them up there holding on that peg, basically all their weight is just them holding themselves up on that peg because the ramp is it's a ramp. It's slanted into the water. So they gotta hold on.
This was new,
you're
right?
gonna move down the intervals or whatever. You said what?
This was new, right?
This is new. No one's ever done this. Hasn't ever been done before. It's cute though. I kind of like it.
Me too.
To be honest. So boom, they all holding on or whatever. They started burning, and we start the challenge. We see Katurah get scared and she started panicking. Overseas Church Vatican. It was. I was like, wait, Katurah can't swim? Because I could have swore in the past that was never like a storyline. I was very confused. And then she kind of explained, she's like, I just panicked. Like, I don't know why I was panicking, but I just got panicky on there. So Katurah dropped first. Julie drops. And then Emily dropped first, Kajura dropped second, Julie drops, and then it's just D and the men left.
Which I'm shocked because Julie was these last few, she stayed in the end game.
She did. She usually
This felt like something that she would be good at too.
It did. It felt like a body weight, but I think it's more arm, and I think that's why a lot of the boys was there at the end. Because it seems like it's body weight, but it might just be like arm strength, and it's like, oop. So eventually, Austin just wins immunity, and they're about to swim out.
Austin gotta be the worst. Like
what?
He gotta be the most boring like sidekick person ever. Like I feel like we've had way more interesting versions of his archetype. Like Austin doesn't give us anything.
Yeah.
But idols and immunity wins. That's like now he still has 2 idols.
He got fish this episode.
Don't give a damn. Every time we see Austin, there's some arbitrary shit. Oh, Jeremiah, I couldn't get my sandwiches. He's getting told to vote. He's winning immunity. He has 2 idols that no one cares about. And Julie ain't getting an idol back, so I wonder what that T is. But in general, like, if we assume he has 2 idols in his possession, like, I mean, he is so
that's all he got to say at Final Tribal Council, and you should vote him.
Girl, no one is voting him in Final Tribal. He's definitely getting He's definitely because he's not doing anything.
He's not in the majority alliance.
He's not impacting the game though. Like I don't think anyone on the island is calling him Mama, Julie. You know, no one is seeing him like D calling the shots. I mean, I think people you probably even respect Basile, even though we don't hear it.
Yeah, more than him.
Like he is not in also in like he's not even in the edit at all. Like it's not even giving like duo. It's giving Drew Tails Austin. And Austin is just down for the ride. Like Austin is just here.
Down for the ride. You can take him.
Like, I'm not shocked though. Like pre.
Why was he even cast? No shade. I hate that archetype though. To be honest, when I hear I'm just here to have fun. Him and Sifu. I was like, why are they here?
I don't get that. I mean, Survivor. Survivor is way past. If you, I hate the players. I really do. Where like, I want to play Survivor because I survive in real life. You know, I go camping. I love fishing. I love Survivor. I feel like has grown past the idea of this excursion of people in the wilderness doing this thing. Like that used to be another show. Okay, I don't know.
It isn't. There's other shows.
That used to be another. That's another concept. Okay, Survivor is a strategic game. Okay, even Gabler. I feel like is close to that archetype, but had to do strategic moves for his resume. You know, like you're not going to win this game, especially in Survivor 40-something, with only immunity wins and catching fish. It's not happening. Ozzy tried 6 times, didn't happen. Rupert did like 4 times, lost it.
All times.
Everyone who's played in that manner loses. So I don't understand what Jonathan lost. You have to have something else. You can't just be there and be physically good. Like that's not going to get you to win.
It's not enough. Well, boom. But Austin does win this immunity, and they're all swimming off. Jeff gives Couture a chance.
So it's not even impressive. Like nothing's impressive about finding 2 idols.
Immunity. Why is finding 2 idols not impressive if you don't play them right? What if he plays one this round and one next round?
It's like, ooh, you saved 2 idols into Final 5. Great.
So Couture is crying and upset. But
he's most likely going to be next to someone else who just played better, or to have
everyone here
or a more dominant game. Like
everyone here qualifies as that. It's top 7. It's too late. You have nothing for your game unless he just turns on everybody. Flips take out D. Flips take out Drew.
And that ain't
plays both of his idols, and now he's in Final 2. I'm going to win then. He's not doing that though. He's going to sit there. So boom, they swim back. Couture does it successfully. Great. Back at camp, Bruce says, I have to play my idol tonight. Let's see if he does it.
And I was spoiled, right? I knew he went home with idol. Watching this episode from the beginning, it makes 0 sense why he didn't play it. I don't give a fuck.
Nothing happened.
What Emily did.
Not to play it.
With Emily, the girl who dragged you on the very first day. You bitches was barely even in teams. Y'all didn't even know each other's names yet. And Emily was tagging you up. And you believe her? I just feel like there is nothing that no one, Jesus himself, could have came down from heaven and told Bruce not to play it, and he still should have played that fucking idol. It makes no sense that he did not play his idol. None. But I'm not shocked.
But that's why Emily said she can't work with them.
I get it though, and that's why I fully get it. Because look how Jake was acting. Look how Couture was acting. Look how they're not cohesive enough. I wouldn't have trusted this plan either, honestly, about Emily. So it does suck because she had to put up faith in people who really don't even want to work with each other. But like, it makes no sense that Bruce did not play his idol. Like, none. I'm sorry, none.
Yeah, there's nothing I can say. You know what's funny? We've been saying, or I've been saying, if he does lose immunity, he has his idol. So then he definitely is making it to top 7. There's no way he doesn't make it to top 7.
Well,
unless he doesn't play it.
Which I knew this was gonna happen.
He didn't even seem like
a few times.
I won't say
I don't think
it's weird. Like he seems like someone who should know you have to win. You have to just play your idol. Like you're the person who literally has to win immunity every single time. Or play the idol. The Ben. You know how Ben won by winning immunity and playing an idol and winning immunity and playing an idol?
Don't remind me.
That literally, but if Bruce won, that would have been his win. And he should have knew that. And he didn't. Which was weird.
Like, girl.
Like what?
People be trying to have their cake and eat it too. You can't not lose immunity and not play your idol, bitch. It don't get that good.
At all. He thought he was chilling.
Like, girl.
Please. Why? It's top 8. Why even risk it? Who cares? What are you going to do? Play it at 7 instead of 8? That's nothing. You'll just get 7th instead of 8. Like, I feel like just play it now. And then try to win the next immunity. That's all you have to your game.
Even if it works, regardless, you're safe.
I don't know. He wasn't thinking. So Couture has this plan, and her plan is based on the fact that everybody calls Julie mama. So Julie gotta go. Because if I'm calling somebody mama, I'm voting her to win. So Couture tells Emily that they need to just vote Julie. And then Emily goes along with this plan.
It's interesting because like I feel like Emily goes along with it to Couture's face.
Yeah.
And then she doesn't at all.
Yeah.
But then she comes back to Couture and she's like, so yeah, I know we're basically saying this is the plan, but you know, Bruce is definitely going home tonight. And Couture's like, yeah. I'm like, wait, why are we even seeing the arc of because Couture's like, yeah, this is my backup plan, but we don't see Couture like talk to anyone else about it. And we see all of Emily just lying about it. And then going back to Couture saying, yeah, this is what we're doing. And it's like, okay. So that was edited kind of weird.
It was. So that's basically exactly what happened at this pre-tribal era. They all are pretending that Julie is the plan, but all of them know that Bruce is the actual plan, and this is Couture, Emily, and Jake. They're all just gonna probably vote Bruce. We go with a cliffhanger, but girl, we know the tea. And Bruce and Jake talk, and Jake kind of presses Bruce because Bruce lied to Jake about the idol thing. Jake presses him about it, and he went alone and he cried alone because he didn't know what was going on. Couture comforted him, so Jake was sad. But it doesn't matter because we get to tribal council and Bruce goes home with his idol. 4-3-1. So the plan worked. They were all going to split their votes, and literally everyone split their votes, and Bruce voted Julie. So that was that. Lackluster finish for sure for the episode. Like this was just Bruce just went home. That's what this episode was. Bruce goes home with an idol. We could have got that within the first 3 minutes, and that could have been it. There was nothing to see. Unfortunate. I feel like Bruce might be. I hate to say that I don't want to see him back, but I feel like he might be on an all-star season because I feel like his edit was kind of big, and his his perception in the season was we've been trying to get out Bruce since the merge, and we couldn't get him out, and everybody hated him, and it just seems like someone they would bring back. Like they brought back Philip, the wacky, everybody hates him, and he's nobody. They brought him back very soon after. So I could definitely see Bruce coming back and doing no shade. So there's that. Period. But he's out. He's going to be in the jury. It's top 7 now. Hopefully the Reba 4 breakup. But I don't know if they will. Probably not. And here we are. Chugging for the rest of the season. How you feeling about the season now? At first you was high on it. But now it's
high on the season. I still like the season. I'm not a fan of I'm never a fan of people who I assume to be running it. And in retrospect, we can go all the way back until the earlier episodes. I knew Reba 4 was going to be a strong alliance. That's why I didn't like them. I knew this. I saw this. I'm not shocked. And I hate when because most of the reason why Reba is so successful is Reba 4, because they've taken out Steve, they've also taken out J. Maya. They're only so successful because Bello was that terrible at working together. And I'm not even going to pinpoint who, because honestly, it was all of them at this point. Every last one of them. Now y'all going to lose because of it. Point blank, period. So I'm just over it. But I still like this better than 43 and 44.
So after 41 and 42, you would put it. You put it in the middle?
For sure. For sure.
Unless the ending is good. What's a good ending?
I don't think anyone left I would care if they won. I would be happy if anyone left one. And I think one of the Reba 4 is winning. So, well, Austin. I don't want Austin to win, but Austin isn't winning. So,
boom.
Like that is honestly the one outcome I'd be like, could have did without that. Especially if Austin won, because it's like he's going to be in Final 3 with 2 people. Like everyone here, I like, and I like Austin too, but everyone else I like and want them to win. So if he's in Final 3 and beats them, it's going to give All
right, boom. Here we go. Kendra went home last episode. Bruce is a chop.
I mean, child, we were trying to get him out. We was trying to get him out of the trenches.
I don't even know why we did that. That was crazy. So Bruce is like, a chop. He's been a chop.
Like, and he go his idol, so it don't even matter. Like, girl.
I just can't believe it. Why do people do that? Why do people know they're the biggest target and don't play? Jake.
Like, if they're the risk, I'm playing it. I'll look dumb as hell. I'll get no votes.
Period.
Lee. 0 votes.
No. Jake is in Child. I don't have any thoughts on Jake. Not gonna lie.
Unfortunately, I think his time is ticking. We saw in the preview that Reba 4 may
he pressed Drew.
He pressed Drew, but he gonna get his ass. He gonna get a lick back for that. And D don't like him. Julie won him out. I just feel like it's very inevitable unless Reba 4 actually break up, which I don't see happening. So it's giving Child.
I agree. Couture was mid. I actually liked her this episode, but the move, I don't think it was good. That's my issue.
And that's the thing. I just feel like she's been in a very precarious situation this entire time. I think her safety is great. Because that's the thing. In retrospect, now that we're looking at it, like, regardless of how you feel about her moves, who she's working with, she's very safe. And she's been very safe since Merge. No one has said Couture's name. And I think that is for a reason. The issue is, like, I don't even think it gives, like, oh, she's not doing anything, so I'm not worried about her. I think socially, she made sure, because remember we were like, oh, if you're going to get out Caleb, girl, you don't have no relationship with Reba. What are you doing? It's very clear that she does have some type of working relationship with Reba, and then this episode with Emily. So I can see Couture being in a Final 3 situation. It's just that she's going to need that in-game move to get some respect. Because I think that she probably, like, I don't think she's hated by the jury by any means. I just think that she's surrounded by people who are going to get more respect than her.
Like, I hate to say it, but I wouldn't even feel right not voting a Reba over Couture. If any Reba's there, I don't think I would feel this like her.
I vote Emily.
What was you doing? But I said over Couture because Emily is someone who's played dynamically. I feel you were the last Lulu. You didn't just sit there and fumble your bellow bag how Couture did. Like, and honestly, Emily didn't do anything in my opinion that's just been blatantly stupid. And also, Emily has clearly had a relationship with Reba. Couture's relationship with Reba is like by her feeding them information and her letting them. Emily is actually in a alliance, at least, with 2 of the Reba people. So I just feel like that's the difference between her. So I'm keeping Couture in mid. Julie can stay in mid until she does something. And Austin can stay in mid. And I might put Austin below Julie and Couture. Because what are you doing? Nothing. Boom. I know you don't care about none of that. Emily, she's a camp girly. I don't feel like moving her down from camp.
Yeah, that's the girl. I think it's fair because I don't hate her for this move. I can understand, like I said, why she's like, I mean, fuck it, I can't trust none of these people to really do this plan. And I do think that she herself, unlike the rest of Bello, she has the possibility to get to Final 3 through a Basile type of situation, especially if Reba and them actually are trying to divide. But just in general, like, on paper, Reba has the numbers, so I don't know where she goes from here. However, I do like that she took initiative this episode. I like that a plan that she kind of, I won't say enacted, but made sure played out in the way that she wanted to. Because who knows? If she doesn't go do all of that, Bruce probably does do this item and Jake does go home. And she's been working on Jake. So if somehow people are flipping, she can bring in Jake. She has Katura. There's a pass for Miss Emily. It's just very dim, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. The mothers are saying the mothers. Dee and Drew Basile are still running the game in my eyes. Don't know what to tell you.
We didn't get much from Dee this episode.
We got nothing from her, which is why I'm like, hold on. Was Dee even here? Wait a minute. And last episode. Like, I feel like I haven't seen much of oh no, Kendra went home last episode. That was good. It was the Kelly episode. I was like, where is Dee on the Kelly episode? But this episode she was gone. I'm like, what? This was kind of a big vote too, because the Bruce was like the big bad person. Anyways, child. These is the drafts. You had no, you didn't. Yes, you did. You had Bruce.
Yeah.
Bruce went home.
Down to 3. Girl, who's with girl? I'm in Survivor too. I keep looking at this saying it.
I'm telling y'all, Lee is from math. Due to the mathematics.
Austin so early. It's because I knew he'd be this far. Like I knew his archetype would get this fucking far.
Yeah. He's the only, you ate that up because he's the only one that we picked at that beginning stage that is still here. So, period. There's that. Dang, these are the last people we picked.
Not your whole bottom row.
My entire bottom row.
That would be hilarious. Your first win from someone on the bottom that you barely even wanted.
That I barely even wanted. Like, what? Look at this. This is a shame. This is a shame. I picked Jake fourth though.
Yeah,
so there's that. Okay. Well, there's that. This was cute or whatever. Tune in next week. Next week we should be actually live. No shade. Sorry. Because that was wild. I don't know who's going this week. But we'll be live next week to do Survivor. We'll be doing Amazing Race still, and then we're covering reindeer games still. And stay tuned.
BB Rewind is still coming.
Stay tuned for BB Rewind. Definitely follow us on our social medias or whatever to keep to keep your eyes peeled on the release date, because we might be posting on social media, here and there, that information. So make sure you follow us or whatever. Thank you for keeping it real with the kingdom. And girl, we're out. I know that's right.